Today, the Confederate Air Force will restage the Battle of Britain, the Battle for Midway, the Battle for Pearl Harbor, and the 1,000 bomber raids over Germany, although not necessarily in that order. Put at its most cynical, I suppose it could be described as grown men playing with expensive toys, all in the name of patriotism. But have no fear, the defense of the Union, or at least of Texas, is secure. It's the Confederate Air Force to the rescue. Harlingen, Texas is southern redneck country, and everything about the Confederate Air Force is gung-ho. A monument to Iwo Jima guards the entrance to their home base, Rebel Field. But the nostalgic decor doesn't end there. There's the hats, the badges, the uniforms, even the pin-ups on the planes. Everyone else, particularly the Germans and the Japanese, would rather we forgot World War II, but not the Confederate Air Force. In southern Texas, the price of liberty is still eternal vigilance, even if the defenders of the American way are getting a little arthritic these days. But it's the planes that are the real stars of this show. Planes like Fifi, the Boeing Superfortress, similar to the one which bombed Hiroshima. There's a B-24 Liberator. 18,000 were built, this one survives. There's a very rare twin Mustang. 2 Mustangs joined at the navel. There's a Spitfire, a Heinkel bomber, a Messerschmitt 109, even a Japanese Val in spats, which looks real, but is in fact a cunningly disguised replica. But most of the machines here are 100% authentic, and restored to such immaculate condition, they'd gladden the hearts of any chair-bound Biggles. These aircraft are difficult to maintain because in many cases the spare parts are simply non-existent. They have to be made. Many hundreds of loving hours' work are spent on the ground so that a plane may spend just an hour in the air. Take, for example, the B-29. It carries a crew of 8 and weighs about 60 tons. But where do you find the spares for a piece of heavy metal 40 years old?
When we found this one, there was a reasonably unlimited supply of spare parts. Not major ones like wings or gear, but motors, engines, and we just preserve those, and every time something wears out or breaks, then we try to fix it. We realize that eventually these airplanes will have to become static displays, but as long as we can keep them as flying museums, we think it's important. I've had many people ask me, why will you fly this airplane around the country and take a chance on losing it?
Join us on our full advert-free streaming service at historicalmachines.tv, where you'll find lots more great footage just like this, all for less than the cost of a cup of coffee per month.